The 2013 Whamo World Cup regular season is officially over. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, starts the real excitement. Number 4 versus number 5, two teams going head-to-head, fighting for that final spot in the Whamo World Cup Final Four. It is Team Jumanji taking on the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your little buddy Kevin Fudds, and alongside me is the man, the myth, the legend, Hidalgo. Hidalgo, two teams, evenly matched, going head-to-head. It should be a real treat.
Yeah, this is going to be a very good game. One game, winner takes all. Who is going to move on to the semifinals of the 2013 World Cup?
And looking at the two teams, the records are the same, but look at the way they got to 2-2. You got Team Jumanji starting off 0-2, and then winning their last two games to punch their ticket into the wildcard game. And then the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears starting off 2-0, and then losing 2 in a row to two very, very hard teams. What happened there?
Yeah, when you're talking about the Jumanji turnaround, look no further than the emergence of Kyle Archibald. He's really came on this tournament and taken a lot of the burden off Jordan Armstrong's shoulders. He's been scoring goals, he's been playing really good defense, and he's developing into the player that Jordan hoped he would become when he drafted him with his first pick.
And he's going to need a big game today. He's matching up with Andy Bomarito, a pretty good lockdown defender. And if they want to win this game, I think Kyle's going to really have to turn up the burner in that man-to-man coverage defense.
Yeah, that's going to be a very physical matchup. Bomarito has been a very good defender. Kyle's going to have to work really hard to break loose on offense, and he's going to have to work equally hard on defense to lock him down.
And looking on the other end, you got the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear, Mason Krasinski, playing good all tournament, but inconsistent side roles. You got Andy Bomarito, who can score 6 goals one game and then get you nothing the next. And then you got Kevin Dyer, a.k.a. New Kevin, who could pump out a couple goals here and there and then have stinkers. What has to happen for the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear to avoid the upset?
Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear can't be content with getting open shots from Kevin. They need to work an offense around and try to get open shots with Mason. He's athletic, he can score. He needs to fight for open shots. They're going to get Kevin open shots. The defense isn't going to lock in on him that hard, but is that going to be enough, just him having open shots? I think they need to work harder, make that extra pass, and maybe give Mason an open shot. Maybe give Bomber an open shot. They really got to work the offense hard if they want to win this game.
It's going to be very interesting. Trying to find the consistent goal scorer. Tonight, you need one. Otherwise, you're going to go home packing. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the coin flip is about to happen. Let's go down to the field and get ready for the action.
Do it, Billy.
And the two teams meet at midfield. Number 5, Team Jumanji, taking on number 4, Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears. There, you see in the middle, Captain Mason Krasinski of the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear going face-to-face with Captain Jordan Armstrong of Team Jumanji. But first, let's take a look at Team Jumanji.
Kyle Archibald, Paul Mitchell, studio pair.
Tim McCarthy, University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
Jordan Armstrong, Grand Valley State University.
And Team Jumanji, the underdogs in the situation, couple keys to get the victory. What do they have to do to win the game?
They got to work the offense. They got to get open shots. They got to do what they got to do. Kyle's got to work hard. Jordan's got to work hard. Jordan's got to score goals. Kevin, this is a very, very big game. Pivotal moment in Jordan's career. Can he make the push into the semifinals of a major tournament?
Because you know they're going to be playing lockdown defense on Kyle Archibald. Jordan Armstrong is going to have to step up as a goal scorer. Tim McCarthy's going to have to make the big save. In those 8.5 turnovers a game, you cannot turn the ball over 8 times and beat this team. And speaking of this team, let's take a look at the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears.
Kevin Dyer, Wayne State University.
Andrew Bomarito, Oakland University.
Mason Krasinski, going to Miami University.
And the living legend, Mason Krasinski, leads the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears. What is their key to victory today?
Their key to victory, sorry Kevin, is working the offense, like I said before the game, getting open shots for Mason, get Mason going offensively, and the rest of the team will follow.
If you take a look, they're averaging 1.7 turnovers a game, one of the best in the league. They have to keep it that way. You saw against the Pirates, they turned the ball over a lot, and that's why they lost the game. They need to keep the turnovers down, and Mason has to be solid in net. He's been solid all year, averaging 6 saves a game, and he needs to bring that today. Otherwise, you're going to get scored on by a high-scoring offense with Kyle Archibald.
Yeah, and I'm still looking for some of that signature Mason athleticism to show itself in this tournament. He is an athletic freak, and any moment he can make a crazy play that'll really leave you in shock.
Oh yes, whether as a goalie or an offensive scorer, or even just getting a man open, you can see a lot of times Mason will draw defenders, and he's so fast and agile, just breaks out of a brap and then dishes it to a wide open New Kevin or a wide open Andy in the corner for an open shot. Mason Krasinski is just all over the place, ladies and gentlemen.
And he's just bigger, and he's longer than you, and he's got that reach over you, and he's going to make those plays that you really can't do anything about sometimes.
And here we go. The Whamo 2013 World Cup playoffs start today. The wildcard game, Team Jumanji versus the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears. And to get things going, Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears playing defense on Jumanji. Jordan wide open in the corner, take the first shot of the game, and it's a little wide. Man, you got to put that on target if you want to beat a team like this.
Yeah, Jordan's got to capitalize on these wide open shots. He doesn't see many wide open shots. He can't let it miss the net. He's at least got to put it on net. Give Mason a job at least.
Andy Bomarito with the ball up top. He's got a swinging Mason and new Kevin in the box. There's that man-in-the-box offense Mason likes to run so much. Mason Krasinski with the ball at the point. Looking to take a shot. He's got that man in the box, and it's in.
Deflection,
yeah,
baby.
ref.
No air on that. That doesn't count as a sleeping bear. That should be disallowed.
And the ref called it disallowed. New Kevin was not in the air, therefore it's a no goal. So scratch one goal for Mason Krasinski and the boys, because that didn't count. It's a legal hit. Kyle Archibald with a good shot and a good save by Mason Krasinski. Notice the man coverage on Kyle. New Kevin playing some pretty tight defense. Kyle had a rough shot and Mason took advantage of it. I could see that happening all game. I know Mason does not want Kyle Archibald shooting the ball.
Yeah, that could be New Kevin's real benefit. If he could blanket someone like Kyle Archibald, we know his limitations offensively, but he could really make up for that.
And look at this, a pick, and it's all the way in. That's a deep one-pointer. Jordan Armstrong picking off the ball and scoring. And there's one of the 1.7 turnovers we're supposed to see today, and one of the opening shots of the game. And a beautiful shot by Mason, but it knocks right off the post. Wow, what an ill-advised turnover. You're not going to see that too much from Mason Krasinski, throwing the ball away like that. Kyle Archibald taking the ball up, dishes it off to Tim. Tim still running the point. Man in the box offense for Jumanji 2. Jordan likes to play the outlet man, spreading the team out, trying to get the offense working. Takes a couple spots out, dishes off to Tim McCarthy, who's got the ball up top. Tim and Shooter gets the ball back to Jordan in the corner. Kyle running the point now. Tim McCarthy in the corner. He's got a wide open Jordan. Jordan gets the ball. Pump and go. He shoots and he scores. And Jordan Armstrong's got 2 goals off the bat.
Quick release right there. He's got to get those quick releases. He's getting a lot of breathing room. If I was Sleeping Bear, I would be locking him down. I would be queuing in on him.
How about the ball movement from Team Jumanji? Something we haven't seen too much this tournament. And shot by Andy Bomarito goes low, and Team Jumanji has an opportunity to be up 3-0 on Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears. Let me tell you, I didn't expect this coming. We knew it was going to be a close game, but not on this kind of game. Team Jumanji just coming up and scoring. Kyle Archibald dishing it back to Tim McCarthy. Tim McCarthy back up to Kyle at the point. He's got an open shot. Nice pass. Got Jordan open in the corner, and Jordan shoots. And saved by Mason Krasinski, getting low and stopping that ball from rolling right in the corner.
Yeah, they're letting Jordan shoot the ball right now. I'm not sure if that's meant to offend Jordan, like, you can't beat us, we're going to let you shoot. But he's shooting and he's scoring the ball. He's got 2 goals already, and they're giving him open shots. Very curious strategy by the Sleeping Bears.
Yeah, good save from Tim McCarthy there. That's something they're going to have to do to get the win is put some good defense to force the bad shot and make some easy saves for Tim. He's been struggling on these easy saves all tournament, but he's starting to get his rhythm. I hope Tim McCarthy's going to net tonight because Team Jumanji needs it. Tim McCarthy bringing the ball out. Gets it to Jordan, wants to set up the offense. Kyle on the left wing. Got an open Jordan again. He's wide open. He's going to take the shot, and he puts it in. He's got 3 goals.
Shots. Wide open shots for Jordan. What is this defense doing? The logical thing would be to let Kevin shoot, but they're letting Jordan shoot. Jordan's a great shooter. He's going to light up the score sheet if this is how they keep playing him defensively.
And Jordan, who hasn't been a sharpshooter this turn. Beautiful shot by Mason Krasinski from deep, putting a low one on Tim. Jordan Armstrong, who hasn't been a sharpshooter this year like he was in the 2010 World Cup. Maybe Mason saying, don't let Kyle shoot, do anything but Kyle. And Jordan is getting left wide open and putting it in. Another turnover from Team Jumanji. It's the first of the game for them, but from what statistics say, we're going to see a lot more of those.
Quick turnaround by Mason.
And a nice block by Jordan. Defensive play for him. Mason taking that deep shot again, and Jordan pinching in to knock the ball away. Mason Krasinski with the ball up top, wants to shoot again. Got a wide open bomber in the corner, gives it right back to the captain. He's got the man in, he takes a low shot, and it's blocked by Kyle. Good defense from Kyle Archibald. And Team Jumanji's building a little wall up there. Andy Bomarito dishes it to New Kevin. New Kevin with the shot, and he's called for the line. Beautiful shot, but his foot was on the line, says line judge Eric Smykowski, and they got a little 2-on-2 going. Jordan Armstrong waits for Tim to get up, and here's the 3-man offense. Tim McCarthy back up to Jordan Armstrong. He's got a wide open Kyle in the corner. Kyle with a nice pump fake, shoots, and it's a good save by Andy Bomarito. Nice bounce shot, but a nice save. Andy just got down low and stopped it with his knee.
Yeah, he's an athletic player. He could probably do well in goal, Bomarito.
Interesting call, Bomarito in net. Not something we've seen all tournament.
More of a quick transition you have to get in net to save his team right there. I don't think that's a permanent move.
And Tim McCarthy, a nice save, and Jordan puts it low, and he's got 4 goals. Saw Mason off balance, backpedal, and put it right between his legs. 4-1, Team Jumanji.
Yeah, if they could get the offense turned around quick before Sleeping Bear has a chance to get settled in defensively, they could get Mason off balance like that, maybe get a couple more easy goals.
And what is going on? A team who has only beaten teams that have never won a game, taking on Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear, who a lot of people thought were going to make it to the finals, and we got a 4-1 score. Mason Krasinski with the cannon from the corner. Yeah, we knew that was coming sooner or later. Mason Krasinski cannot be left open. He's going to score that every time on a young goalie like Tim McCarthy.
Yeah, Tim really is no threat to make big saves in this tournament. Mason should be carving him up. He needs to get more shots. I keep saying it, but it doesn't make it any less true. Just put shots on the goalie. They'll go in.
And another turnover for Kyle Archibald and Tim McCarthy. Two guys that were in the top 5 for both of them. No, Sleeping Bear wide. Two guys that were top 5 in turnovers. Man, they need to keep those down. Tim McCarthy bringing the ball up. Team Jumanji looking to go up 3. Jordan Armstrong sets up the offense, gets Tim McCarthy in the point, the 2 shooters on the wing. Kyle Archibald, one-on-one with Mason Krasinski, is not going to let Kyle shoot. Tim McCarthy with the ball up top. He's got a shot, doesn't want to take it, gives it back to Kyle. Throws up the Sleeping Bear, it's off the post! Good pass from Kyle Archibald. Jordan Armstrong.
We got a scrum. We got a 3-man scrum right here, and it got physical, and they ripped it from Jordan's hands, and now they're out of position. A quick turn around. Let's see if they can get an open shot, and they slow it back down.
Like taking candy from a baby. Andy Bomarito and Mason Krasinski are big boys. That's little Jordan. We knew that was coming. Mason Krasinski with the ball up top. Gives it right back to New Kevin, who's going to set up the point. Mason Krasinski going to spread offense, not having a man cycle throughout the box anymore. Maybe trying something different to catch the goalie off guard. Bomber with a nice low shot, and it's in the net right through Tim's arms. That is a hard one.
Yeah, Tim is not putting up much resistance right now. He's got to make some saves, or else they're going to blow this early lead that they had and a costly turnover.
And that's a turnover from Jordan Armstrong. A turnover for now Kyle, Jordan, and Tim, 1 each. And ladies and gentlemen, the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears looking to capitalize to tie the game. Bomber with a wide shot, and he puts it in!
No resistance at all from this goalie. He needs to make some saves. Kyle needs to get going. He's been very, very quiet today. Has he even had a major shot today?
I don't think so, but he's been getting clamped on defense, something he hasn't really seen all tournament. I think defenses are starting to see that the kid can shoot, and they don't want him putting up some good shots on their goalie.
Yeah, if I'm Jordan, I'd let him run the point at least, because it looks like they're in a zone defense, and Mason is really queuing in on him on that close side.
And a good save from Tim McCarthy, putting the ball low, but Andy Bomarito got lower to make the save. Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear looking to take their first lead of the game. Can't believe I'm saying that. 4-4, and Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear hasn't had the lead yet. Back to Mason, that long rip, and there's the lead. Tim McCarthy cannot see over New Kevin. That man-in-the-box offense, one of those times where it's executed beautifully.
Get this kid out of the net. Has he made a save the entire game?
And there's Kyle Archibald lighting up. Finally, an opportunity to shoot, takes advantage of the weak coverage, and puts the ball in the net. There's the Kyle Archibald we're used to seeing.
Yeah, they got to take advantage of these fast breaks. I'm telling you, that's the goal to beating a team like the Sleeping Bears. Before they get in their defense set up, they got a very strong defense. So you can get it quick before Mason's settled in net, before the D is set up, and you'll get these wide open shots and have a chance to score goals.
Team Jumanji. Cow! There's New Kevin, putting it nice and high over little Tim. Beautiful placement of the ball, right in the top corner, right where you want those shots to be, especially on such a short goalie with very, very little arms.
This is nothing short of a total meltdown on Tim's part. He is letting in every single possible goal that they can shoot.
Kyle Archibald responds with a beautiful top-tier shot from at least 2 feet behind the line. Kyle Archibald, ladies and gentlemen, is catching fire. We've been waiting for him to start shooting. Mason Krasinski, nice block by Jordan Armstrong, gets the ball. Kyle Archibald with a nice pickup.
Nice
Gives
hustle.
it to Jordan. Jordan's trying to push up New Tim. Takes a shot and saved by Andy Bomarito. That could have been ugly. But Andy Bomarito putting a stop to that nice display of defense from Team Jumanji, and Jordan with another block.
Bomarito's looking like a real asset in net. If Mason can play defense, he doesn't have to play goalie. That can really help the team because he is an excellent defender with those long arms.
And how many shots have been blocked by Team Jumanji on that front 2 right there, saving a lot of potentially good shots from Tim McCarthy.
Well, they got to block the shot because he's not going to save them.
Oh, a little wide. Speaking of not saving it, that looked like a goal just a couple inches off. We got a tie game 6-6 here in the wild card round, trying to find out who's going to make that Whamo Final Four.
Pivotal goal right here. I always say when it's tied 6-6, whoever scores that 7th goal will win the game. And he needs to hit that net. Jordan needs to hit the net right there. That would have been huge for his team.
Tim McCarthy with the shot there, and Tim McCarthy not known to really score the ball. So he doesn't have a lot of power behind the shot. If he gets it low, though, that has a real decent potential to roll right under the goalie's legs. Mason Krasinski with a nice dump out, a good shot, a beautiful save from Tim McCarthy. Mason, no, Tim gets the rebound over Mason. We got a fast break, and he drops the ball. A wide open Kyle Archibald drops the ball, but that's something we've seen all tournament.
Yeah, you would think the scouting report says he's got decent hands, but he's trying to prove us wrong. He's been dropping a lot of balls this tournament. He needs to tidy that up.
And Jordan Armstrong there, a little frustrated. Kyle was looking to make the shot first, but when you're a guy who can shoot the ball, I don't blame you. He's a shot-first mentality kind of guy, and a nice shot from Mason Krasinski, putting it nice and low, a place where Tim just couldn't get it.
Yeah, there's not many places where he can get it.
Tim McCarthy needs to step up because his team is losing and they need him more than ever. Tim McCarthy with the ball in the corner. Got Kyle cycling through in the box. Nice shot, nice save, and Kyle with
Nice
a beautiful
play by Kyle. The
rebound.
hustle plays makes
And a
the
nice
team.
catch from Tim McCarthy, almost hit the ground.
Kyle trying to get it out of his hand as soon as possible because he knows that he'll fuck up sooner or later.
And Tim McCarthy with a nice dish to Kyle Archibald. They're cycling through that box. They like to play man in the box, but as an outlet, man to the side. Jordan with a nice shot, puts it in the net. A nice little ground ball rolling right under Andrew Bomarito, and we have a tie game.
Very, very crucial goal for Jordan. Jordan needs to get that goal scorer going again. He's got a lot of goals this game, but he's slowed down. He needs to heat back up.
He has 5 goals, and he's been blocking a lot of shots. We said he had to be a leader today, and he is stepping up. He just needs to finish the job, and it's not done yet. Mason Krasinski puts it low, right under Tim McCarthy. Beautiful shot from the captain. Kyle Archibald slow to bring the ball up. Dishes it off to Tim McCarthy, who's been running the point a little bit today. Jordan with a nice little move. Gives it right back to Tim. Tim McCarthy afraid to shoot, and I would be too with Mason Krasinski on you. Jordan Armstrong with the ball. Makes a nice move, throws a lob to Kyle, and he spikes it into the top tier. Beautiful Sleeping Bear.
He might have been on the ground right there. I want a replay on that. Looks like Mason does too. He's complaining.
Oh, but the ref said he was up. Ref said he was watching the feet, and he was up. A beautiful top-tier Sleeping Bear from Kyle Archibald. Nice Jordan Armstrong to Kyle Archibald connection there. Beautiful play to tie the game. And Mason throws a grounder. That one's saved by Tim
It's
McCarthy.
a miracle. He finally made a save. It's a goddamn miracle.
And Kyle Archibald bringing the ball up. A chance to take the lead. It is 8-8 here in the wild card, and Team Jumanji is looking to upset. Jordan Armstrong with the ball. Nice little dish to Tim McCarthy. Tim with a nice outlet to Kyle. It's dangerous in that corner, but Mason knows it. He's playing tight defense. He got a wide open Tim. Easy save for Bomber. Bomber's going for the win. It's a 2-pointer. Just wide. Ladies and gentlemen, that would have won the game if Bomber puts him just an inch wide. Oh, he's wishing he had that one back. Tim McCarthy bringing the ball up, looking for the win. Kyle with a nice shot. Nice stop by Andy Bomarito. Mason's got the ball. 2-on-1. Tim McCarthy with the shot over the net. Over the net. New Kevin had a wide open shot, and he put it just a little bit too high.
He needs to make that extra pass over to Mason right there. He's not a shooter. He needs to give it to Mason. Mason is a shooter.
A rookie mistake from the rookie. Too hard to swallow possessions for Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear, and Jumanji has another opportunity to take the lead. Tim McCarthy and Kyle working the ball up at the point, trying to find an opening, playing, I don't know what's going on there. Nice little handoff, and
peekaboo.
Nice save, Andy, but another 2-pointer's going for the win, and it's just wide again.
Tim needs to get in the net. He's leaving these open 2-pointers. He's not making saves. He's not getting back in time. He is a real liability for Team Jumanji this game.
And you can hear Jordan Armstrong saying to Tim, you have to get in net there. You cannot leave it open. It's a tie game. If that 2-pointer goes in, it's lights out for us. And a timeout called by Team Jumanji. Probably a good timeout because, man, they were leaving that net way too far open.
And as we take a look at Kyle with his ripped shirt and the signature little tuft of pubic hair on his chest, really bold statement that he's making with that.
He is a growing boy, and you can tell by the way that his hair is sprouting out of his chest. Look at the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear. Look at that team knowing what's on the line. They got a tie game right now in a game that a lot of people thought they'd be dominating in.
And look at these determined faces. These kids are all taking it very seriously. This is an 8-8 game, a playoff game. This is a crucial moment in their entire legacy.
What is Mason Krasinski saying in that huddle?
Game on. Game on.
I wish I was a fly on that shoulder.
Amen to that. And we got the game back on. Team Jumanji looking to capitalize on the timeout. Looks like they have some play drawn up. They're running a spread with Kyle at the point. Kyle hasn't ran the point too much today. And Mason Krasinski right on him again. Tim McCarthy open in the corner, but it's not a shooter you want shooting with the game on the line like this. Jordan peeling out. He's going to take the shot. He puts it top tier. And Jumanji has the 1-goal lead.
Looks like Bomarito lost that ball in the sunlight or something, but he needed to make that save. It wasn't that hard of a shot. Let's see how we can respond to that.
And Jordan Armstrong peeling out of the box. That's the kind of offense Jumanji runs. They get a guy in the box as an outlet, but you'll see him sneak off to the corner like that. Very well executed. Beautiful pass from Kyle Archibald. And we got a run-point game. Nice goal. He's called for the line again.
The line has made more saves than Tim has this game. I'll tell you that, Kevin.
And a chance to win. Team Jumanji. Tim with the ball. Looking for their shooters on the wing. Jordan gets it back to Kyle. Kyle's got new Kevin on him. Might take advantage of that mismatch. Back up to Tim. Tim McCarthy's got an open Kyle. Kyle's wrapped. Nice dish out to Tim before the turnover. Jordan with the ball in the corner. Takes that shot. And it's in. And the game is over. Team Jumanji is just upsetting the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear. And they are hyped, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it?
That was a big win for Jordan. A lot of the haters have been saying that he can't win the big game, and he just won the big game.
I don't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. Team Jumanji, who started off the tournament 0-2, a 3-game win streak, and have just knocked off the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bear. They're going to the Final Four. And let's take a look at the stats. Jordan Armstrong, if he needed to come and have this biggest game of the tournament, it was tonight. 7 goals, 5 defensive plays. You knew Kyle Archibald was going to be limited in his goal scoring, and Jordan Armstrong definitely stepped up to fill that void.
Yeah, they were leaving him open, and I was surprised by it. Jordan is a well-known good shooter. They were leaving him open. Usually you'd think they'd leave someone like Tim open, but they gave Jordan the shots, and he capitalized.
And how about Kyle Archibald? 3 goals, which is quiet for him, but ladies and gentlemen, averaging 3 goals a game is above average as far as an offensive player in this game.
And look, the stat sheet doesn't measure hustle. He was hustling that game. He was fighting for the rebounds. He was grabbing at people, grabbing the balls. He looked really good today. He really impressed me.
Really good. Sleeping Bear, that was beautiful. There was a couple of controversies. Mason Krasinski was arguing that his feet were on the ground, and we have a replay of it here we'll show for you. And taking a look, it looks like he just makes it off the ground. He's not a very high jumper, but the feet do look elevated there.
Yeah, but the real question is, when he makes contact with the ball, is he still elevated? That's a very close call, but the refs let him play. That's a good idea. I like when the refs let him play, especially on close calls like this.
And then speaking of close calls where the refs don't let him play, let's take a look at that last foot violation by New Kevin that led to Jumanji winning the game. And if you look here, that's pretty darn close.
Yeah, the ref should have just let that one go. 2 calls went against Sleeping Bears, and that hurt them. That's partially the reason that they lost. If they could have at least got one of those, this could have been a whole different game.
And if you think about the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears, we have a game that's tied 8-8. A missed 2-pointer by Andy Bomarito. Another missed 2-pointer by Andy Bomarito. New Kevin takes a fast break with a wide open Mason, takes a shot and shoots it over the net, and then gets called for the flag. They had every opportunity to close this game out, and they just cannot execute.
Yeah, and with a goalie like Tim McCarthy in net, there really wasn't much resistance had they got a couple shots on net. That's a real stinger for Mason. I know he wanted to win this, and he's going to be feeling it for the next couple days.
Yeah, especially when you're packing your bags to go home, leaving the Whamo World Cup short, just 1 game short of the Final Four. That's a very tough pill to swallow, and I just wish it had to be to somebody else, because the Jimmy Buffett Sleeping Bears, what a great team to watch this season.
Yeah, really fun. It's always a blast to watch Mason. Bomber was a really good player defensively. He emerged even as a goalie this game. Kevin Dyer really... fuck him.
Well, as you know, I'm an engaged man. That is not something I'll be doing in the near future, but I'll keep in mind. Speaking of Kevin Dyer, though, he really needed to step up and score and just wasn't able to this game. There was some good defense on part of Jumanji, but he missed a lot of open shots, and that's one thing you can't do to win a game.
Yeah, he was a non-factor in this game. I'm not sure what Jordan's defensive strategy was, if it was leaving him open or not, or if it was focusing on Mason or Bomber, but he really didn't emerge. I thought he would have a chance to shoot some open shots. He didn't shoot the ball that much, and when he did, he missed the net, and he wasn't really making effective shots. On a goalie like Tim McCarthy, even a player like Kevin could have scored a couple goals.
Oh, yes. Very, very sad thing to see, but somebody had to lose tonight, and Jumanji punches their ticket into the Final Four. And this Wednesday, we have a very, very important game, a best 2 out of 3 series, the Rookie Suplex taking on the Pirates, and it is a test of endurance, because playing 3 games potentially in the same day, that is a lot of wear and tear in your body.
Yeah, it's going to be very fun to watch, very physical, a lot of endurance. Who has more endurance between these 2 teams? And the Danowski boys are going to be facing off against each other. That'll be fun to watch. Both of them are very entertaining players.
Oh, yes, both are. And who's the better brother? Maybe we'll see a little one-on-one matchups in certain situations. I'm excited to see that game. Mitch can shoot, Evan can shoot, and they're both very unique-looking players. It should be a fun one to watch. And Friday, we got the winner of tonight's game, Jumanji, going head-to-head in a best 2 out of 3 battle with the Raw Dogs, who the 2 teams met up earlier this year. And if you remember, the Raw Dogs pummeled Team Jumanji. I know Jordan Armstrong's getting the gang together to redo the game plan they had last time. It's going to be an interesting game to watch.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game. I expect the Raw Dogs to plow them again, though. There's no resistance in that. How are you going to overcome that? How are you going to overcome such a bad goalie performance like we just saw? It's a miracle that they won with what we just saw.
It is a miracle that they won, and it was a fun game to watch. It was a wild ride, ladies and gentlemen, and it's just the first day of the Whamo World Cup playoffs. We still have so many series left to go, and unfortunately, we have to go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about time for us to leave, because we got a lot of work to do to get ready for Wednesday. Hidalgo, before we take off, is there anything you want to say to the audience before we say goodbye?
Just keep on coming. These games are going to get better. This next one is going to be very intense. Billy and Todd. Jack's still going to be a factor down the road. Just keep tuning in. This is going to be a great finish to a great tournament.
As it should. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to say goodbye. So until next time, I am your little buddy, Kevin Fudds.
And I'm Hidalgo.
And we will see you this Wednesday on the Whamo Field.